Hello, 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 and welcome to the commentary zone. As you enter the room, please don't forget to give us a little thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, notification bell, tell a friend. We're almost 1,000, y'all. Thank you so much for all of our new friends who signed up with us. We really appreciate it. And we really appreciate all of our old friends who've been with us since we started. So, welcome, welcome, everybody. All right, on the docket today, we have Family Karma Season 3, Episode 4, Drag Me to Brunch. This was kind of a little filler for me. It was there. I love to see the Guyanese food. I like the little dance and the chitra sandwich. I was most interested in what happened with Bali. And her situation with her ex,
It
and
broke my heart.
the chai being spilled at the end. Who cares? It's Monica.
After I know you don't really like her because you think she's boring. I understand, but this episode, there really, like you said, there really wasn't much to it. I only took away like maybe 2 or 3 nuggets, and it was mostly it was filler, but it was filler like they normally do to move the story along. That's all it really
Oh,
was, just to
and
move the story.
Avni trying to get a little piece of boy toy. She knew
Yeah,
she was gonna try. She just didn't
yeah,
want to do it at the wedding
correct,
where all the aunties would see.
exactly.
um, why are they trying to make out that Vishal's an alcoholic? Risha.
I mean, I don't like. Yeah, I saw that, and I didn't know how to feel about that. And here's why. Because was he acting a whole fool at the wedding? Yes, he was. You know, I get that you're upset. He said he would curb what he did. I do get that, but I wonder what's really going on now. If I'm being completely honest, like what is going on to where you are having all these issues? Like, what is there something we don't know? Have there been other discussions? But like you said, they're painting him out like he has a drinking problem. And what we've seen over the last few years is kind of takes you down that road, but I need to know the backstory, the conversation. Because she's saying, like, we talked about this, he got Crohn's. I'm like, ooh, forgot about that. And, well, with Crohn's, drinking's not off the table, but I did look it up just for my own reference. And they tell you, like, if you're going to drink, limit it to one per day. So that's a
Well,
valid concern.
here was my only problem with and the drinking. It was one little thing that he said. He said, I like myself better when I drink. So, like, in his mind, drinking lets him have fun, and like he likes that personality. And I guess he feels that other people likes that person that he is when he's drinking. I think he needs to realize that that person is him no matter what, whether he's drinking or not. That was the only thing that was a little concerning for me. Um, I don't think Risha's going about this the right way, threatening not signing the marriage license with this. Go to counseling. Go to the aunties and uncles. I don't like how she's handling it. She's handling it like Lopa. Don't threaten your husband. You knew this about him before you got married.
Basically trying to hold him hostage with the marriage license. And that turned me off too, actually.
Mm-hmm. Hold on. Oh, you're starting to think he is, and had nothing to do with what Risha said. It was, he says, been 3 days without drinking. This is hard. He was saying little things that were a little concerning to me. Do I think he's an alcoholic? I don't have enough proof. Then again, I'm not having pillow talk with him or any kind of talk. But based on the editing, I don't see it. I think he just has a problem with perception. He seems to think that he can't strip and act the fool while he's sober. And yes, he can. I don't know. Remember, Debbie was said that if it was me, I would have called off the wedding. I wouldn't have accepted his proposal, to be quite frank. And she had 3 times that he proposed to her, right? Something like that. It was multiple times. I don't know. But she's been going back and forth on this. If it took you 10 years to actually marry him, that's a red flag right there. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Whatever. That's their bowl of shit, and I don't care. What else? Bali. Let's talk about Bali. Okay. Bali has been married twice. Oh, Jamal has gone. Okay, we'll wait for him to come back up. Instead of talking about Bali, I'll talk about Brian because I don't really care. Brian finally got a date with Avni, and I like Avni. I don't like Avni with Brian. Brian is cute. Maybe it's because I'm so much older, but I do see him as a little fuck boy. I don't see him as a serious relationship. Hold on. Yeah, I don't see him as a serious relationship because he's very immature and frat boyish to me. Ergo, how he went and ran and told Rish what the gossip was or the chai was. Oh, oops, sorry. There you
Rain,
go.
you gotta love rain and Wi-Fi.
Oh, hold on. Let me just switch us back around. All right. So I was just talking about Avni and Brian. I like Avni. I don't like Avni with Brian, and I just see him as a f boy.
But she said as much though when she was talking to Lisa. She's like, you know what? He's a great guy. Blah blah blah. So we'll be friends. We'll definitely be friends. I'm we'll be friends for benefit until you find the 45-year-old man with the money.
Okay, I believe Risha knows and has been hiding for a while, and now she's running out of excuses. Then don't get married, Yanni. You said so. Don't get married. This doesn't make any sense. If she's covering up for him and known this for a while, this is just dumb. This is just dumb. I don't know. Maybe she did it for the show. Who knows? Yanni. Okay, but Yanni, but Debbie, I want you to explain to me why she had to sell the house. I, you know why? Because I Bali seems to me like she is financially irresponsible. And do I think her ex-husband is a douchebag? Yeah, because he could have put that house in trust. What he could have done, right? He could have held that as an asset for the daughter and put like renters in it, but make Bali move out. Because if you bought that house for your daughter, right? That could, and she said he put down the down payment. I wouldn't be surprised if money went to the monthly mortgage as well. And that's why he forced her to sell it, because the child is no longer going to be in the house. So I'm not
Right.
having you and your man from Tennessee, Kentucky, or wherever up in my house anymore if my daughter's not there. I didn't like him in there when my daughter was there. But now she's going away to college. I'm not paying for where you living at. Period.
That's the way
And
I
I
took
do
it.
remember a couple that did this in real life. She
I
thought she
took it that
had
at
that
first I was mad.
condo. She didn't.
At first I was mad at him for doing it. Like, how could you get your job? Like, that took a step back. I'm like, okay, maybe the daughter's going away to school. That's been established. Maybe you guys trying to have some, like you said, you guys trying to have some other man. You know how he's basically like, I'm not gonna fund your living expenses, basically.
Um, do I think he's petty and mean-spirited? Yes. I also think he's punishing Bali for leaving. I think it was very embarrassing. Um, but I think he could have went about it a different way. But I think that's the ultimate humiliation. You heard what she said. He forced me to sell the house. He ain't even sell it. He made her sell it. I
But here's the thing, though, and I'm with Yanni on this one. If it was about the deposit, why didn't you just pay it back? It's kind of like you forced her to sell. Here's the thing: if you're the one who put down the down payment, like you can pay that back, and then it should be no real issue. Because if you're paying a mortgage, he that's your house. But if he's making, there's no way he can make you sell it unless he's the one paying the mortgage. That's just my opinion. Because if you paid all, if she paid all their,
but
if she didn't
using
pay
the
all that money,
tuition, using the holding back the tuition, because she knows she doesn't have the money for the tuition. So he's forcing her to sell the house. He can cut those checks. Bali can't. That's why I said she's financially irresponsible. And he never paid child support. But what if the money that was supposed to that he could claim it wherever he's at as child support went towards the mortgage?
right? That's what I was wondering. Was the house in lieu of child support?
Maybe because that is a type of maintenance, putting a roof over a kid's head. And that's why he's turning around and said, well, if the child is going away to school, why am I continuing to pay for the roof over her head that she's no longer in residence? He's bitter. He's not going to pay for her and the Kentucky Tennessee man to be living in that house. He's just not, because he's of the opinion if my daughter's not there and I'm not there, neither are you, boo. I don't know. It just seems kind of shoddy. Yanni, you think it's all a lie? I agree with you. It's not adding up. It's not adding up. But that's why I also say Bali is very financially irresponsible. And where her second husband at? She gets nothing from him either. So you had 2 marriages and nothing to show for it, and you can't lock down the third? Okay. Because she could easily do what Anisha's doing, coming in once a month.
Give me 1 second. I wanna look up something because I found an article real quick. I'm gonna check it out.
Have no money to pay as part of the deposit. How about your man? He can't. Exactly. Now I knew she wasn't a businesswoman. She's sitting down there doing wholesale flowers from God knows where. She probably just taking orders on the headset in the call center. That and marketing executive of what? Saying hello, thank you for calling 1-800-Flowers. How can I take your order today? Okay. There's something weird. I think Bali lives in an alternate universe in her head of what used to be when she was married to men who had money. And I'm not sure what's going on with the guy that she's with now, but again, I think she's been with him for a really long time, either shit or get off the pot. And how is he not helping you out? You don't have no place to live. You got to go back home to your parents, and he's okay with that.
Can I ask a question? And this may be out of pocket and kind of rude. I'm going along with Johnny's train of thought here. Something that's not adding up. If that man is so rich, how come he didn't pay cash for that house? Why is it
I
only
bet
the
he
down
could
payment?
have. I bet he could have, but he's all about doing the bare minimum. I bet you that. And I bet he had the long game in mind. He's like, my daughter's not going to be in that house forever. I think he's a really petty individual, and I think Bali is very stupid and underestimated how much of a bitch her ex-husband is or could be. I don't think she planned for when her kid turned 18.
Gotcha. It's just weird that he would just only put down payment in Miami 15 years ago. Like based on the money he has or what he seems to have, he could have just cashed after that money so he could buy the house straight up. I just see something like him putting just a down payment on the house. That makes no sense if you have that kind of money. That's ridiculous.
If he bought it outright, she could do whatever she wanted with it. He was never going to allow that.
So you think he did this with some sort of financial control over her?
And I think he bought a house big enough, one, for image, where his daughter was living. Two, she could probably barely afford her portion of the mortgage payment or the entire mortgage payment. So he was always keeping her in financial jeopardy. And hopefully she could come back and say, I can't make it this month. The little girl had an unforeseen emergency where I had to spend $500 on this. Can you help me along? It would always keep her coming back to him to help. I feel that's what it is. And he probably did a 30-year mortgage, right? Probably negotiated a 30-year mortgage. And I don't think here, this would be the worst. That house is in his name. And he said, I found a buyer. You need to be out in 30 days. I don't think he forced her to sell it.
No. Like, I just don't see, like, the only way someone's going to force you to sell it if their name is on the house, like, period, point blank. So Bobby, like, you're trying to front like he made you sell it. Like, no, he's just selling his house.
Okay, so Kimberly says, I thought the money the first ex-husband had to pay back is her dowry. Oh. Maybe he's paying it back in installments. Who knows? Hot mess. How come he doesn't pay child support, put in a down payment for her house? They were living in India, so it's probably different. They wasn't like, she came back over here, but I think she was, because remember she said she had a life of luxury with servants and all of these people around her and a huge house and all that. That was in India. I think to get out, she gave up a lot. Stupid. Oh Lord. Kimberly, she left, so I doubt he would have to pay dowry back. Interesting. She broke the contract, not him. To me, it's possible she can't afford and had to sell. Or what Debbie said, it's mine. She's grown by. But if he wanted to take it to next level petty, yeah, he put down the down payment. He also put his name on that, and Bali's name was never on it. She was a renter. Oh my God. With people with money, it's easy. Workers are very cheap. Yes, that's true. But he had a deposit for that house and she didn't. Just saying. And 15 years ago, was that the beginning of the financial crash? The real estate crash? He might have got it cheap. You never know. Just saying. Just thinking back. I thought it was abusive, so the family brought her back to the U.S. The money was supposed to keep this in a hush for no shame to either family. Oh, and then she went and dished all of her dirty laundry on this show? Oh, he is petty.
That's a good point. I didn't think of it that way.
Wow. Oh my God. Well, Bali's a mess. It's not adding up for me. Forensic accountant. But then again, you need a forensic accountant to count 0 plus 0? Just saying. I do wonder where the current boyfriend is. What's he saying about all of this? Just pick up and move over there and just come back once a month. You're not a main player in this, Bali. Sorry. You could come back once a month like Anisha.
But she said she's going to move to Kentucky.
Does she have any better?
I mean, I get her family is there and all that good stuff, but like, if you really love this man or whatever, why don't Why don't you just move and pull like you said, pull your Nisha, pull a Mocha, and keep it moving?
Mm-mm-mm. I don't know. What else happened on this episode? Okay, so at the end, hold on. Yanni believes that he saw her trashing him on TV and is being petty. That's probably it. Again, she's dumb. um, I hope she didn't marry the current cowboy for money. That will cause another divorce. Shame. Well, she's just repeating the same pattern, isn't she? Isn't that why she married the second guy and why she's with the cowboy now? How about you like hustle and I don't know. I don't know. Something with Bali. Like I said, I think Bali lives in a different world in her head. Um, it wouldn't be the first time I say, "Oh my god." Okay, and that oh, I had a picture that I wanted to show. Jamal, you tell them about the final part where they're talking about do you believe the secret?
What you say?
Do you believe the secret that he cheated on her?
But here's the thing. It wasn't said that he cheated. It was said that like the girl thinks he cheated. That's like I'm like, what are y'all doing? Like the girl did not was it Mirza? She did not say like, oh, he's cheating. She said, I think he's cheating on Monica. I'm like, so y'all running with this? Amber, why are you drunk and like? Okay, let's go back. That's pretty exact information to be drunk texting, in my opinion. In
But he
my
didn't
opinion,
say anything in the drunk text. He didn't. That's
that's
why
true.
Vishal was at him at the brunch saying, "What is it? What is it? What is it?" And then Nicholas opened the bag, and then Amrit just continued and said, this is what she said, that Rish is possibly cheating on Monica. But again, why are you telling everybody in the crew except Monica and Rish?
Exactly. Exactly.
And
I have time with that.
it's just ridiculous. And that's why when Bali, brassed him up about it, I kind of liked her being in her auntie mode at that point. Um, she got his shit together and said, no, that's wrong. You need to talk to them and let them know that this gossip is going around. And then at the end, he still hasn't spoken to Monica or Rish and has dinner with what's his face, Vishal and Brian. And Brian admits to giving Rish the heads up. He's so frat boy, he aggravates the snot out of me.
Here's the problem I have with you, Brian. I don't have a problem with you telling Reach. That's your friend. No problem there. I have an issue with him lying to Amrit about it. If you're gonna run that back, be like, yeah, that's my friend. I ran it back. Period. Point blank. Period. Point blank. You ran it back. You did the right thing and own up to it. Don't lie. There was no point in lying in that situation. I'm like, that was dumb, Brian. I was with you telling him. I'm not with you lying.
Well,
Because it was
here's
me.
his thing. Did you hear what he said in the confessional? I told him under the condition that it won't get back to me.
Right. Like my whole thing is if I'm gonna run something back and if someone asks me, well, did you say this? I'm gonna be like, yeah, but sure did. That's my friend. Next.
Oh my God. Look at this picture though. I got this snap by accident. Now I want you to look at the girl that is just behind Nicholas, the other bride. Because remember when they were at the drag brunch, they called up all the people that were getting married. Look at the girl that's behind Nicholas. Look at her face. Oh, poor thing. She's actually frowning. That's so sad. That's so sad. But what you expect, girl, when you at the drag bar, like at the drag
Right.
brunch, they gonna let the boys go first, and they're gonna do it better than you. Oh, I miss drag brunches. They're so good. Oh, I just want to look at her one more time. Okay, I'm done. Um, what else happened in this episode?
For me, nothing. Everything else is kind of filler. Yeah.
Yeah, Monica was going back and forth for guard. Oh wait, is Rish backpedaling on moving in with her? Did it feel like that when they was doing the stir fry rice and chicken?
You kind of, but he has a point. If there's no inventory, then it is whatever. But my whole thing is, she needs to let, she needs to make a decision at this point. In my opinion, is this: if you feel like he's hesitating, if you feel like he's not moving at the pace you need him to move, you need to put your life into your own hands and make a decision of what you want to do. Because
Mm-hmm.
don't get Monica said, like her dad said, don't string this along. If you feel like he's stringing you along and he's saying all the right things but he's not doing all the right things, you need to make your own decision. Either you're going to stay or leave. I think this decision will come down to her.
Mm. Mm.
Because my whole thing is that when someone is a little bit iffy on moving forward, like the natural progression of things, to me that's a sign that they're not ready. And if you feel like you're ready, ma'am, move on. Because this is my personal opinion. One, she's dating someone about 2 years younger than her, right?
Mm-hmm.
She's like what, 30 now? She needs a man that's, my opinion, plus 7 years, 37, 35, 37, because at that point they're ready to settle down. So think about it. By the time he's probably ready to settle down and have children, he'll probably be 35, she'll be 37.
Mm.
I just don't think he's the right fit for her. I don't think he's the right mindset for her. She needs someone older. She needs Avni to set her up with one of her friends.
Avni can't even find a man herself. I'm not gonna ask Avni to set me up with a roach. Uh-uh. No, ma'am. Next.
Or maybe have one of the Patel to her with somebody. Who wanted them on the line? You got some friends.
Vishal.
No.
Listen, Monica should have went after one of those Patel boys because they got money. They got shmoney money.
They got a
Instead,
whole
she goes
compound.
after these useless frat boys like Rish and Brian.
They have a whole compound next.
Mm-hmm. Ciao. Um, shout out to the Guyanese buffet. I was here for it. I saw them doubles. I was here for it. It made me so hungry looking at at the food. Ugh. Maybe I should go and get some Trini food tomorrow. Trini food is the closest to Guyanese food that I know. So I might be heading out to Elsie's roti tomorrow. I'll keep you updated, Jamal.
Please do.
Did y'all see the parents to show up on the show though?
Yeah, they
Huh?
were fun.
I love them. I love the parents. All right, Yanni, thanks for joining us today. See you later. All right, so that was the family karma. It was a filler for me. Hopefully next week will be better, where Brian just goes deeper and deeper into lying about telling Rish. And I think it is a trick of editing the little conversation between Monica and Rish. I
Yeah,
lied to you. I bet this will force his hand to propose to her, which would be a disappointment.
exactly.
Yeah. All right, guys. Join us at the top of the hour. We're going to go over the next 3 episodes of The Real Housewives of Durban. Um, I'm going to admit this right now. Quite a bit of it, I was lost.
A little bit, but it was interesting. For 3 episodes, there wasn't much to talk about.
There wasn't much.
You know what I mean? It was like this episode of Family Karma. There wasn't much, but the story moved. I wasn't
It
mad.
moves along. It's just there's a lot of product launches. And the pajama party, that's the main part that I was lost in because they seem to have been saying a lot. But the transcription was like 5 words. I was
Right.
like, "Wait, what?" And who said it? All of them are talking at the same time, but there's only one sentence at the bottom of the screen. And I'm like, we're really missing out on a lot of this.
I'm glad it's not just me.
But we'll discuss that at the top of the hour. Kimberly says, "Did you notice that Risha's becoming her mom more?" Oh, Risha, yes. Kimberly, I said that earlier. I feel like her holding the marriage license hostage by not signing it is how Lopa would approach it.
Exactly.
I didn't like it. I think, and especially knowing that you know this about your husband who you've been with for 10 years before marrying him, you knew all of these issues with him. I think it's immature. Just saying. Not to sign the marriage certificate. Look, what's done is done. Just sign it. Just sign it. So annoying. Bad plot line. I don't like it. Find something else. Or just go back and live with your mother and you come and visit for once a month. Because you were a lot more likable when you were doing that the first 2 seasons than now. Not trying to be mean. Anywho, y'all. That was the episode. What is this? Family Karma season 3, episode 4, Drag Me to Brunch. Jamal, any final thoughts?
Nope, there wasn't too much in this episode, but it moved the story along, so I'm not mad.
Okay. All right. So until next time.
But of course.
All right, y'all. Bye.